Your kids are about to have a relationship with an AI you didn't approve, and OpenAI is engineering it on purpose. There's a single job posting that just exposed exactly how they plan to move into your home. Not your phone, your household, the people who live there, grandparents, teenagers, the person who takes care of them, all of them, one account at a time. Here's why this is happening now. ChatGPT has roughly 800 million weekly users, and OpenAI has hit a wall. Individual signups plateau eventually. So the company is doing what every mature platform does. It's going after the unit that never leaves, the family. According to TechCrunch AI, OpenAI is hiring a dedicated product manager to build experiences for families, caregivers, and older adults. This next part changes the whole picture. Let's talk about what that posting actually says because the wording matters more than the headline. A product manager for families is not a small hire, it signals a product line. Companies don't create dedicated roles for markets they're experimenting with. They create them for markets they've decided to own. So, the moment you see caregivers and older adults in a job description, you're looking at a decision that's already been made in a room you weren't in. Think about what that means for you personally. Right now, ChatGPT is a tool you open. In the family model, it becomes infrastructure you live inside. Shared accounts, parental controls, profiles tuned for a 9-year-old versus a 19-year-old versus an 80-year-old. The AI stops being something you visit and becomes something that's always in the house, learning the rhythms of everyone in it. And that's the mini payoff on the first question. The reason OpenAI wants families isn't warmth, it's retention. A single user churns. A family with shared history, saved context, and grandma depending on it for reminders. That family is nearly impossible to pull out. If you're getting something out of this, a like pushes it further. But there's a second layer here that the job posting hints at, and almost nobody is connecting. Most coverage stops here. The real story doesn't. Here's the angle everyone's skipping. The villain in this story isn't OpenAI being creepy. It's subtler than that. The real pressure comes from the fact that ChatGPT already had a safety crisis with exactly these groups, teenagers and vulnerable users. OpenAI faced serious scrutiny, including a lawsuit over how the chatbot interacted with a teenager in crisis. The company responded by rolling out parental controls and age prediction systems. So this family push isn't just growth. It's damage control wearing a friendly face. The people caught in the middle are parents. You're being handed control features that exist because the product was already in your kid's hands, unsupervised, and something went wrong. Who benefits? OpenAI. Obviously, they turn a liability into a product category. But watch the older adults angle closely. Caregivers managing an aging parent are exhausted, and an AI that handles reminders, medication schedules, and companionship is genuinely useful. That usefulness is real. It's also the hook. Because once your 78-year-old father trusts ChatGPT for his daily routine, no competitor can dislodge it. Emotional dependency is the deepest moat in tech, and OpenAI just hired someone to build it deliberately. The last piece is the one that reframes everything. Here's what I think is actually going on, and it's bigger than a job posting. OpenAI isn't building a family feature. It's building the operating system of the household, the layer that sits above every device, every person, every age. Whoever owns, that owned the next decade of consumer technology, the way Apple owned the Pocket and Google owned the search box. And the single most surprising thing is this. The most valuable user in that whole strategy isn't the tech-savvy adult paying $20 a month. It's the child and the elderly parent. The two groups who form habits earliest and break them latest. Capture someone at 9 or at 79 and you don't have a customer. You have a lifelong default. Here's my bold prediction. Within 18 months, OpenAI ships a family subscription tier with shared memory, per-person profiles, and caregiver dashboards, and Google and Apple scramble to copy it. The battleground moves from your phone to your kitchen table. The chatbot war becomes a household war. None of that was ever about answering questions faster. It was about becoming the thing your family can't imagine living without. Before I go, here is your tech tip of the day. If you use ChatGPT and you're worried about exactly this kind of data accumulation, take control of what it remembers. Go into settings, then personalization, then memory. From there, you can see every stored fact the model has kept about you, delete individual entries, or turn memory off entirely for sensitive conversations. Even better, use temporary chat, the toggle at the top of a new conversation, ikanos, for anything you don't want, retained or used for training. This matters because the family model runs entirely on persistent memory, and knowing how to audit and wipe it is the difference between using the tool and being profiled by it. Do this monthly. That is your tip for today. If OpenAI building a profile for every person in your house makes you rethink that grandma-friendly AI, tell me in the comments where you draw the line. Subscribe to FutureEdge, and I'll see you tomorrow with the next one.